Were you? None of it was good. Oh, wow. Awesome. I heard they forgot to send you the recipes, so you should be getting it probably while we're talking right now. We got a very simple recipe today. A lot of fun. I was thinking about the holiday weekend, Memorial Day, where we take that time to reflect on the soldiers that have given the ultimate sacrifice for our freedoms here in America. Um, and it's also the unofficial kickoff of the summer. So I decided let's make some skewers. Let's grill up some chicken. All right. So we have a recipe today where we're going to be taking some blood oranges. We have some chicken, garlic, some soy sauce. We have some. Why does this escape me right now? What is this? Tell me, Patrick. Cornstarch. Cornstarch. And we have lots and lots of thyme, salt and pepper. We have some spray. This is a really cool recipe that you can do on your grill or you can do in your home. I'm going to be showing you the in the home version. If you did it on the grill, there wouldn't be much of a change except for you're putting it over a live fire and you have to monitor it a little bit different. So, without further ado, let's get to it. As always, let me clear my pretty presentation to the side so you guys can see everything that's going on. Patrick's going to do his little adjustment thing that he does. All right, we are ready to go. All right, so first thing I want to do, we have our bowl here. I want to start out with our zest. We're going to use zest from our oranges. You don't have to use blood oranges. These were just really pretty in the store, and I was like, ooh, that'd be nice with the contrast of the color. And zest. The way that I would zest for this recipe, you want a nice thick zest. So you're going to take your orange and you're going to take your knife. And you're just going to cut around an orange. You can do this with, some people use a grater. You could use a grater, but you don't want to go too deep. I'm doing it the fancy chef way, and I'm doing a little too much. So this is probably enough zest for the entire recipe. And then what you're going to do is take your knife, and you're just going to make very tiny cuts, rocking your knife, getting that zest free. This is a major part of your recipe. So you're just gonna take that bad boy. So I heard something about you guys wanted to come to a live class.
I was going to say, wouldn't that be kind of fun when everything is done? I mean, for sure, Cam and I have been with you for over a year. I mean, would you like to see in person? And would you?
I would love that. That's a lot of people don't realize that this class was augmented. This was a live class that was offered, and people would come. We had a first. What was it? I think it was the first Friday or the second Friday of each month, and we would come and we would fix 3-course meal, and we would start it off by making a bottomless sangria. And people would come and we'd make a salad and we'd make the main dish and the sides and we'd make a really nice dessert and people would just laugh and we'd have some nice music playing and the room is really quite gorgeous at night when it's dark outside and you have just the lighting above me on. It makes the entire room look like it's candlelit. So it's really fun time people were having, and we can't wait for you guys to come back. I've heard rumors that That won't be very long from now. All right, gonna put our zest in the bowl. We're all zesty. Zesty. My good friend minced garlic is gonna go in the bowl. You guys know I can't make it without garlic. We're gonna have to like really like monitor that and see if I really truly use garlic every single week. Maybe I have to go. Maybe I have to switch over to ginger or something else and just pretend that I do something different. What do you think, Patrick? Everything is good. Doesn't matter. Okay. You have the bowls here. We're gonna add some our soy sauce. You know, you don't want to go too heavy on the soy, especially if you have dietary restrictions and you want to control your salt intake. Now we get to the fun part, oranges. We're going to take those beautiful oranges. You see, I didn't waste that orange. I took the zest, but it's still ready for a good squeeze. Oh, look at that. Isn't that wonderful? Look at that. I feel like sometimes when I'm cooking, when I'm teaching this class, I feel like Bob Ross. Look at that there. Isn't that wonderful? Don't you just like the way the colors are blading on there? This is very awesome. And you can see that the juices are just, talk really calm and that was a very soothing. Maybe that's not really for me. Maybe that's for DJ. DJ can do the Bob Ross thing when he's teaching class.
Actually, you both have great voices for it.
Oh, thanks. I have the host voice. The hostess with the mostest. Yeah, but we had spoken at one point of having this class Friday nights and actually having someone here to watch the children, like maybe have a adjacent event happening on the other side of the building for children, like maybe a movie night or something, so that parents can kind of come make it a date night or kind of hang out, and they don't have to worry about the kids. The kids are, right down the hall, but they're having a good time. So if that's something you're interested in, let me know. Now is the time if you have great ideas to present them because things are opening up faster than you would think. I mean, look at these. These are, I don't even, these are very sweet oranges, but they're just beautiful because I guess it's something you don't see every day. And it looks like I'm squeezing wine. I did this recipe this weekend for what's the name of the event? Sips, Splats. There's an event here every fourth Sunday where you come out and I do a tasting and a wine pairing, and then DJ does an art class, and it's outside in front of Southside, and it's a whole lot of fun. And you guys should check it out next fourth Friday. I think that it's $10 if you would like to do the art class because you get to take the canvas away with you. But if you don't do art, the food, the tasting, and the pairing is absolutely free. So why not? Check that out. And it's outside, so that's a good look. Okay, I've squeezed half the oranges. I don't really need more than that. I'm going to save the rest to have some fun with later, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to move this out the way. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sprinkle my cornstarch. The cornstarch is going to add some thickness to the sauce. I'm going to stir it. It's going to add some thickness to the sauce, and it's going to add some body to the chicken when we cook it. It's just going to give it some texture, which is never a bad thing. I'm going to take these oranges. Save those for later. Okay. We'll bring those back into the shot later on, Patrick. And now we're going to go over to our chicken, which I guess you would think is the main star of the show, right? Chicken? No? Patrick's like, my tongue is the main star of the show. Because Patrick is going to eat it all up. All right, chicken. We're going to get our chicken, and we're going to cut it into nice chunks. You know how chunky you like it. You want to make it based on the size of your skewer, possibly. I'm liking this size right here. I can get a little bit bigger, a little bit chunkier. If you're grilling it outside, you want to think about the timing and how long you want to be able to cook it. The thicker the chunks are that you cut of your chicken, the longer it's going to take to cook in the middle. So if you have a very hot grill, you might run the risk of burning the outside of your chicken and having the chicken raw on the inside. So you want to be mindful of the sizes if you're doing this on a grill. I'm showing you the in-house version where you can cheat a little bit, and there's a way to get around that. So if I were you, I'd just chunk it up if you're doing it inside the house. No problem. Nice big juicy chunks. You can serve this as an appetizer for guests if they're coming to your function, or you can make this a dinner and grill some vegetables on the side, maybe some asparagus. You can have some rice on the side, and you can make this an entire meal. So there's lots of applications for this. I'm going to wash my hands and season this. Did anybody do any grilling this weekend? Because I sure didn't get any invites. Nobody? Everyone gets quiet when the chef talks about coming to eat at their house. As long as I'm talking about my house, everyone's, yeah! What time, chef? Would you like me to bring paper plates? That's what they offer when they come to my house. I'll bring the paper plates, chef. No problem. All right, we're going to have some salt and pepper here. And we're also going to put some inside of our marinade. Pepper. We're going to add our chicken to our marinade. All right. And then we're going to add a few sprigs of thyme. You take this and make sure that you toss that chicken in there very well. Get all those flavors around. And you want to let this actually sit inside the refrigerator covered on the bottom shelf for 20 minutes to 24 hours. You would not want to let it sit any longer than that because of all of the orange juice being very acidic, and it'll actually begin to cook your meat, and then it'll get a rubbery texture. So you don't want to let it sit in that orange juice for over 24 hours. Because chicken breast is a lot more delicate than people think it is. All right. So we're just going to imagine 24 hours have elapsed. We're working on elapso vision. And then let me show you how we're going to do this. You're going to put your skillet, nice size skillet. If you're making batches or you're making a whole lot of this, what you want to do is get yourself a baking pan ready on the side, because what we're about to do is brown the chicken on each side as we're cooking it. We're going to brown the chicken on each side, and then we're going to pop it inside of the oven. Or you would put it on a sheet tray and continue to brown them and then put it inside of the oven. So let's see what this looks like here. I'm going to spray this skillet. And then
Is that olive oil?
that is a special grilling. This is Pam, but it's specifically for the grill. And I've taught you guys before that different oils have different smoke points. So the more delicate the oil, like an olive oil, it will smoke at a very high heat. And so this is formulated. This is most likely a fortified oil, which means it's probably a mix of a much stronger oil that could stand up to a grill that's going to be screeching hot without starting to smoke. So it's not peanut, but I'm pretty sure it's some mix of vegetable and corn and something like that.
So at home you would use canola?
Canola would be good. So we can do, depending on whether or not this is dinner or if this is an appetizer, you can do 3 pieces of chicken. You can take up the entire stick for dinner. Or you can just put 2 pieces because it might be an appetizer. You just want to get everybody's appetite ready. And you can do 2 pieces of chicken. It all depends on what you're trying to do. I really love these skewers. I can only find them at one place, Restaurant Depot. So you can't find this in your local Publix or Whole Foods or something like that.
What is it that you like about them so much?
They're very thick. They're not going to burn up on a grill as easily as some of the smaller skewers would.
If you were using dry time, around how much do you think you would use?
Dry time, I would only probably use maybe a tablespoon. Time is strong and it's not strong. Like it's gonna give you flavor, but it's not an overwhelming flavor. Like maybe cilantro. Cilantro might, like, whoa, that's a lot of cilantro. Depending on if you like it. There are people out there that don't like cilantro. They say it tastes like soap. I'm like, what is that? I never heard that before until recently. Now I would stop now, but then someone's gonna look at me crazy when they run out of skewers. I'll let you guys guess who that is. His name is Patrick. Oh, sorry. I was supposed to let it be a guess. Fill it up to the brim. Okay. And I did this to show you guys something on purpose. If you're working as you're going and you're staying organized, let's see if I can put that down right there. All right, now I'm going to wash my hands. Again, a lot of chicken here, so you want to keep your hands washed. You don't want to cross-contaminate. You want to be careful of what tools you are using when it's time to take the food out of the oven or whatever it is that you're doing. You want to make sure you use freshly cleaned utensils or fresh utensils all together. And then what we have here, now we go in the order that we put these in because we're organized. Organized chefs, organized cooks. And you have a nice browning that's taste. And all that means is that there was some love put on that thing. You just remember the order that you put it in there. You flip them. And then once you flip them, you would take this entire thing. You could put this entire thing in the oven to finish cooking. And that's why I said that you don't have to worry so much about the thickness of the meat with this one, because now that you put it in the oven, you're baking it, it's going to cook a lot slower. You definitely, took care of the searing of the meat. You got your color. Everyone will you now. And then
Could I ask you a quick question?
yes, sure. Question.
When you put it in the oven, what temperature and how long?
350 degrees, and it depends on the size of the skewers you created. 15, 20 minutes is usually a good bet. "15 to 20 minutes is usually a good bet." And then, are you ready, Patrick? And then what I would do, if you're trying to be fancy, if you're trying to impress someone, or you're making a little fancy plate for someone, I have my oranges here that I used earlier, and I'm going to take these. And this is say I'm having a small dinner party and I want to have appetizers. So what I would do here, even on a regular sized plate, I would just take it and I would just mound it up really nicely. Don't worry about the edges. You can actually go on over into the oranges because they're kind of part of your support system now. And then you take just a little bit more of that time and just, and you can sit it out for your guests somewhere convenient, and you have your nice little dinner party. you guys got to see Patrick's face. All right. And it's nice. You don't have to feel guilty about this recipe. It's chicken breast. It's like one of the number one things the doctor's like, yeah, eat that. So yeah, lean chicken breast. All right. So
Hey, Chef,
yes.
mango season, we're being inundated. Would you consider doing a mango recipe next week?
A mango recipe. I like that. I think I will do a mango recipe. I just did a mango recipe with some kids 2 weeks ago. We made a mango and pineapple salsa with plantain chips, and I was nervous as to if they would like it because it had the tomatoes and the onions and everything else in it, and they devoured it, and I was like, yes, all right. So if you guys don't have any questions, comments, or concerns, this is a recipe for today, And I guess I'll catch you guys next week. Same chef time, same chef channel.
Thanks, Chef.
Bye, guys.
Bye, Patrick.
Thank